First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachakodash, double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, and salutations to the elect. This is Brother Lawyer from Great Millstone, Miami. And, I want to do this video on this article here. It's headline from Business Insider, going into how more than 800 stores across the United States are closing down in 2023. Okay. All right, and this is just another telltale sign that this place is coming to an end, man. The scriptures talk about in the last days how there will be perplexity and distress of nations. Okay, all right, and this is a sign that this current system and this economy is getting ready to fall. Okay, it's going to be mass unemployment out here. It's going to be mass homelessness because people won't be able to pay their bills. Job losses. Famine and food scarcity, man. And so all these little tiny events that we see happening in the earth right now, you know, eventually it compiles and becomes something greater. And this is going to lead to, mass chaos. All right, because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. It's going to start getting harder out here, man. What we see taking place in these other countries like Suriname and Sri Lanka, what we saw last year, okay, with Sri Lanka and different parts of the earth with all these riots and protests and over unemployment and the cost of living, that's gonna get ready to come here real soon, man. And Lord willing, it is this year, 2023, wherein all the prophecies do hopefully come to pass. So, with that being said, I do want to just read a bit from this article, okay, and then I'll go right into the scriptures. I'm really not trying to spend too much time on this, and Lord willing, this video is edifying. Okay, it says it's not quite the retail apocalypse of prior years, but it's a shakeup nonetheless. It says an insider tally of announcements by major retailers in 2023 finds at least 803 stores set to close during the year across the United States. Okay, it says the retails are varied. Some companies are navigating bankruptcy proceedings, while others say they are aiming to cut costs. Okay, which by these stores shutting down, that means that it's going to be a lack of work. All right, which the scriptures talk about that. Okay, all right, Isaiah chapter 19 and verse 15, it says, "Neither shall there be any work for Egypt, which the head or tail, branch or rush may do, man. And in that day, Egypt shall be like woman and shall be afraid of and fear because of the shaking of the hand of the Lord of hosts, which he shaketh over it." Okay, all right, and we see different plagues happening, train derailments and chemicals all up in the water and the air. Okay, all right, war. Okay, pestilences. All right, there were a lot of power outages, storms, crops being destroyed because of the weather, heat waves, freak weather. All right, so this is again just another one of those plagues that the Lord is bringing upon Egypt, man. Okay, all this, the vintage shall fail, like the scriptures say in Isaiah, the vintage shall fail. All these different stores and retailers, companies, they're gonna start shutting down operations and letting people go. Okay, and it's gonna lead to chaos and fear. Okay, all right, people gonna be uncertain. They're not gonna know what to do. All right, now going back to the article, it says leading the list in housewares is houseware giant Bed Bath and Beyond, which once owned more than 1,500 stores across three brands, but is now aiming to end the year with just 480 locations across two brands. Okay, and then so you see is Bed Bath and Beyond. It says 416 stores. Tuesday morning, 265 stores, and Gap and Banana Republic, which is it says 74 stores. Party City, 22 stores. Walmart, which that's major. Big Lots, Macy's, the Real, so on and so forth, man. So, trust and believe this is just a microcosm of what's actually going on in Babylon as a whole. Okay, it's not just these stores that are being named. There's other stores, man. Smaller stores, smaller businesses. Okay, lesser known stores. Okay, the dollar store, the local dollar store, gas stations. All of this is coming to a swift end, man. And it's according to biblical prophecy. That's really the main point. Okay, it's all according to biblical prophecy, like scriptures say, the grinder shall cease. Okay, because they are few. Okay, going to Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 1, it says, Remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them, man. And with all this retail and business and the vintage failing, that's going to lead people, to sorrow. The mirth of the land is going to be gone. Is going to be gone. All these different retails and stores, people go to buy, their goods and produce. And mind you, Walmart was mentioned, so that's groceries as well. People not going to have things to eat as much. Okay, they're not going to have access to clothing and their pleasures that they enjoy. All right, that's about to be brought to damn near a screeching halt, man. Okay, and these people gonna be mourning. They're gonna be sad, man. That's why it says, "Seek now the Creator in the days of thy youth." All right, before the evil days come, man. All right, when thou shalt say, "I have no pleasure in them," because the days that are coming is gonna be the stress of time, the stressful times. It's gonna be hard and perilous times coming to the planet Earth. Okay, verse 2, it says, "While the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain." Verse 3, it says, In the days when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few. Okay? And those that look out the windows be darkened. All right, the grinders represents the work, the economy. Okay, how people say they on their grind. Okay, all right, ain't gonna be no employment. Mass unemployment is coming. All right, and you already know that's gonna lead to mass riots in the streets. Okay, all right, like the scriptures say, it's going to be commotion, it's going to be uproars of the people in the world. All right, verse 4 says, and the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low. Okay, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. Okay, so it's going to be a lack of work, man. Okay, the sound of the grinding is low. It's not going to be business as usual. That same hustle and bustle and commerce and trade, you know, that people have access to, the abundance that they have access to, that's going to be limited. Okay, all these stores going to be shutting down. People are not going to have work. They're not going to be able to find their daily necessities. They're not going to be able to enjoy pleasures that they're able to enjoy now and commodities. They're not going to be able to enjoy that. Okay, all right. All right, I'm gonna read that verse again. It says, And the door shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. Okay, all right. So the doors being shut in the streets, that could also be likened unto different lockdowns and martial law, you know, which we believe is coming according to biblical prophecy, Second Ezra chapter 15. But it can also be likened to into these different businesses and stores being shut down, man. Okay, out of business. Okay, all right, out of stock. Which the scriptures talk about. Um, in Second Ezra chapter 6 and verse 22. All right, it says, And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, and the full storehouses shall be found suddenly empty, man. Okay, all right, and going back to these stores closing across the United States, man. All right, they're gonna be found empty. Ain't gonna be no local convenience store people can go to. All right, this local store, with abundance of material and goods and pleasure, that's done. Babylon is through. Okay, it's over, man. And things are moving so fast, and we're gonna start seeing more of this happen. Remember, the supply chain was jacked up because of the C-19. Okay, all right, a lot of things were not being produced because of the lockdowns. All right, then you had a lot of land that produces these materials for clothing, for food. Okay, a lot of that was being destroyed by the heat waves and the wildfires, the snow, the hurricanes, the tornadoes, the record-breaking rain and snow and blizzards. Okay, so obviously they won't be able to produce, the materials necessary to sell and keep their businesses afloat. Okay, so they're gonna have to shut down. They're gonna have to let people go. Let go of their employees. Okay, and people gonna be crying out to the government, crying out to the powers that be, man. Okay, and eventually even rising up against the powers that be, like the scriptures say, they shall not regard their kings nor their princes, in the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Okay, all right, because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation, man. It's gonna start getting real nasty out here, man. Babylon is through. It's a wrap for Babylon the Great, man. And call Elohim like Shai, that the Lord is bringing these things to pass. Because hey, this this world, the fashion of this world has to go, man. This place too wicked. Okay, it's way too much wickedness going on. No fear of the Lord. Okay, and it's about to get even more evil, man. So may the Lord bring these judgments soon as possible. Okay, all right. Isaiah 24:4 it says, "The earth mourneth and fadeth away; the world languisheth and fadeth away." Okay, all right. Which that of course, we understand that this current system is going to be broken, broken down and destroyed. But it says it fadeth away, which means it's a process of time. Okay, all right. The regular everyday routine of the people in Babylon and the things that they're used to and accustomed to, that's going to begin to fade away. Okay, their favorite department store, retail store, clothing store, grocery store, they're gonna start seeing those things shut down even more. The haughty people of the earth do a languish, man. So people won't be more in a sad spirit. That mirth that people were trying to get back after the lockdowns here in Babylon, that's not coming back. Okay, people, able to go out there and party now a little bit more. You know, have their little 5-year plan, start their little businesses. Become an entrepreneur. you know, you know. All right, the Lord is doing away with that, man. Okay, it's gonna start. You're gonna start seeing it diminish more and more, and you're gonna start seeing more people sad and disgruntled and discontent, malcontent at the way things are going, man. Okay, and it's gonna eventually break out to all out chaos. Okay, and riots in the streets like it's going on in Suriname and in Haiti, and what's going on in Sri Lanka, what's going on in Panama. All these different countries that people call third world countries, and it's always over there. It's not happening over here. I don't got nothing to worry about. Nah, it's gonna be you. You gonna be that face in that riot. It's gonna be these average everyday people that love Babylon so much. They're gonna be the ones losing their minds, man. Okay. In verse 5, it says, "The earth also is defiled underneath the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the law, changed the ordinances, broken the everlasting covenant. Therefore, therefore hath the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore, the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left." Verse 7, it says, "The new wine mourneth, the vine languisheth. All the merry hearted do sigh," man. The mirth is gone, man. The mirth of tabrets ceaseth. Okay, the noise of them that rejoice endeth. The joy of the harp ceaseth. They shall not drink wine with a song. Strong drink shall be bitter to them that drink it, man. All right, so this everyday Babylonian lifestyle that people are able to live, with all of the abundance that they have access to, that's going to be brought to a screeching halt. Okay, all this partying and BS that people are into, that's going to be brought to a screeching halt, man. And it's going to be mourning. It's going to be mourning, man. Okay, crying, wishing for a better day. Okay, and Esau is going to promise them, the C hip, the MOTB, so that they can get back to some sense of normalcy, and it ain't gonna work. Okay, because the famine is still gonna be happening. There's still gonna be wars breaking out on the earth. Okay, death going out. you know, Pestilences, lockdowns. Okay, so nothing that they try is gonna help. Okay, all right, like Scripture say, we would have healed Babylon, and she is not healed. Let us go everyone to his own nation, and everyone to his own people, man. Okay, all right, which you're gonna start seeing a lot of these foreigners go back to their own countries because of the lack of work here too, man, and all the violence and chaos that's coming. Which that's been coming out too. A lot of people are leaving, America to go to foreign countries, whether it be in Europe or Africa, Latin America, in certain cases, Asia, even certain celebrities. Okay, because this place is done. People are starting to realize that this place is done, and call Haloyim like how Bashim Shai Bahashim Rakakwadash, that Babylon is through. Okay, because we got to get the hell up out of here, y'all. Verse 10, it says, "The city of confusion is broken down, every house is shut up that no man may come in." All right, so that everyday, commerce and trade, you know, everyday life in Babylon, that's done. It's over with. Okay, there is a crying for wine in the street. All joy is dark, and the mirth of the land is gone. All right, this place is gonna be broken down, man. We're gonna start seeing this different aspects of the society collapse. These little restaurants, grocery stores, businesses, they're about to shut all of that down, man. Okay, and people are going to be left with very little. All right, and if they want to get that very little because of the supposed scarcity and famine and chaos that's happening, if they want some sense of relief, you know, to enjoy the things of this world, they're going to have to bow to the image of the beast and take the MOTB. All right, which is the RFID chip, the implantable RFID chip. That's the mark of the beast, and a lot of people gonna take it and they're gonna die to death. Okay, because they love Babylon too much and they don't trust in the Lord, man. Okay, so hey, we look for when we see headlines like this, it's shutting down. All right, they closing down, and we read about earthquakes and famine and fire. We rejoice at that. That's a good thing. To hell with Babylon. May the Most High bring this place down faster. Okay, Babu Kashai Yahweh Bashim Yahushai Bashim Makakudash. Throw Babylon away. All right, throw Babylon away, please. All right, but yeah, that's all I had for this lesson, man. You got to keep watching, got to keep praying, keep reading and just stay locked in, Akim. You brothers and Akwath, you sisters that's out there, just keep going, keep staying with the Lord. We almost out of here, and yes, yes, all praises, honor, and glory to you. How about Shemi Awashai, Bahashim Rakakwadash, double honors to the elder apostles, a great millstone, and citations to the elect. Kwame Asherall and about the ball. Shalom.